Yo, you guys, this is Blacklist to the Abyss, and you're watching my review for Bleach, chapter 595. And this should be pretty quick because it's Bleach, so there's rarely ever a lot to talk about. So, yeah, this chapter started off with a bunch of stupid love nonsense, and Pepe Le Pew over here just spewing some nonsense. I just didn't really care about a single thing he said. He comes off as one of those villains um, that take themselves too seriously, when in reality they're just a joke and everybody knows it except for them, including the characters in the series. So it's like, I just don't care about the dude. Like, even Byakuya is not taking him seriously. This dude's like taking out Shuhei in the background, like, yeah, while you were talking, I finished this dude off. Like, I don't need to kill him, I don't need to beat him. I don't need to find some way to break your control, because all I need to do is prevent him from moving. And once I do that, then it doesn't matter how much you control him, he still won't be able to do anything to me. Alright? So then Pepe's like, oh, okay. So then he starts firing at Byakuya, and Byakuya blocks with his sword. However, Zanpakuto have souls and spirits and hearts and crap. So Byakuya's own sword, Zenbone Sakura, ends up turning against him. So then uh, Byakuya throws it away, but Shuhei ends up getting back up and taking it. All right. And now Shuhei is coming after Byakuya, trying to kill him. And Byakuya said he couldn't use Kido because if he did, it might kill Shuhei. And I'm thinking, like, when has Kido killed somebody before? I don't exactly remember every single instance where Kido was used in the series, but I'm pretty sure it's not exactly the finishing maneuver, you know, like. And besides, like, and you might say, oh well, it's not that Kido was strong, it's just that Shuhei is so beat up right now that even something like Kido could kill him. Then I would say, oh well, it's not like all Kido is offensive. There's Kido that Byakuya has used in the past to trap people, and where it's like the Kido, whatever the spell, whatever, wraps around them, and they're like trapped, and they just can't do anything. Like there's Kido like that too. So why not use that? You know, like I think it's just I think Kubo realized that it makes no sense for Byakuya to be helpless here, so he tried to make up an excuse for why Byakuya was helpless and why the fight was actually continuing instead of ending, and it was just a really bad excuse. Really. He put Byakuya in a position where he should still be able to win, but he still tried to write it off. It's like, nah, he actually can't win here. But in reality, we all know, yeah, he actually can. So, whatever. Um, yeah, so after that, Byakuya gets hit by Pepe's love beam. I guess that's what it's called. I don't know. And for some reason, he's not really affected by it at all. To be honest, and Pepe says like, "Oh, is it really possible for your heart to be devoid of love?" And I'm thinking to myself like, this dude, I'm pretty sure he cares about Rukia. I mean, I'm sure he's not devoid of love, dude. You know, so I'm just like thinking like, what is going on here? Like I just didn't really get the chapter, to be honest. Like, stuff happened and I just didn't understand how it's possible and why it was happening that way. Um, Byakuya got hit and he should have been controlled, but he wasn't. He should be able to use Kido and stop Shuhei right then and there, but he's not, because apparently Kido would kill Shuhei, which it wouldn't. But it would depend on the kind of Kido you used. You know, like, when's the last time Rukia killed somebody with Sokatsui? You know, Hado number 34 or whatever, Sokatsui. You know, when's the last time she killed somebody with that? Like, she can't even kill a Hollow with that crap. Like, you think she could kill Shuhei with it? Like, come on. Well, though, to be fair, earlier in the series when Rukia was spamming Sokatsui, it was when she didn't have all of her powers back. So, to be fair, it's yeah. That wasn't exactly at her. She wasn't actually at her strongest then, but who cares? Not a big deal. It doesn't change the fact that Byakuya should still be able to take care of this like that, but he's not. Because plot, that's why. Because Kubo wants this to continue longer than it should. The only real thing of mention that deserves to be mentioned from this chapter is one, Byakuya doesn't have his sword right now, and two, oh yeah, by the way, Pepe activated his what's it called? Oh, it's like the holy form thing. I don't remember the German name, but whatever, not a big deal. He activates that, which was disgusting, Kubo. Really, the last thing I want to see is this dude in a diaper. Come on, like no, no. No, if you're gonna do something like this, then do it with Orihime or Rangiku or something like you usually do. Like, nah, no, no, this was no, no, just no. Like I should decrease the rating from the chapter like 3 points based on that one panel alone. This dude's just sitting there like, like I'm like no, no, scroll, scroll. And I was trying to get away from that as quickly as possible. Um, but yeah, anyway, the other thing that's worth mentioning is that at the end of the chapter, Kensei and Rose come in with like these dark marks over their faces, which may have been shadow or may have been something else. Um, it's possible that Mayuri did no, that's not likely. I was going to say maybe Mayuri did something to them and sent them over to help, but in reality, it's probably that Giselle sent them over to help because she figured out that Pepe had hit Meninas with his. I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to say it. He hit Meninas. That's I'll just stick with that. Um, so yeah, I'll just assume that Giselle sent the two of them over. But no, because why would she send the two of them over? The only way she would be able to send the two of them over is if they had taken care of the Arrancar already, and she was in a position where she could afford to just lose two captain level soldiers. But that doesn't make sense because Mayuri is still there. So even if they took out the Arrancar, Mayuri is no. Like they leave behind Rangiku to deal with Mayuri and Nemu. Like that doesn't make sense. So did they take out Mayuri like with a sneak attack or something? Like hmm, something happened over there. Um, I'm trying to think if there's anyone in Bleach that has an ability that could allow them to fake having the appearance of Kensei and Rose when in reality they're actually someone else. Um, but off the top of my head, I can't really think of anyone because it's like 4 in the morning right now, and I'm struggling to keep my eyes open. So my thought process isn't exactly as good as it usually is. Um, but yeah, no one's coming to mind right now. Um, so I'm sure if he really felt like it, Kisuke Urahara and Mayuri could do it. I'm pretty sure if they felt like it, they could. It's just a matter of whether or not they have the time and the equipment to do it, which they don't. So, yeah. Shinji's Shikai can create illusions, but or manipulate senses, I should say. That's more accurate. He can't exactly create illusions because saying that would insinuate that he could just create an image in front of you when like of anything. That's not really what he does. He messes up with your senses and makes left, right, and makes up, down, and makes like try to recalibrate everything. I can't think of anyone. Well, until I come up, if I come up with someone who has an ability like that, then I'll just update you guys. But for now, I'll just work under the assumption that that is in fact the Kensei and Rose that are being controlled by Giselle. And if that is in fact the case, then that means that they have taken care of the Arrancar at least. At least. So, and maybe even Nemu or Mayuri. Because I know they're, like I said, I know they're not leaving Mayuri and Nemu. Or should I say Nemu and Mayuri to Rangiku. So, yeah. But anyway, overall, for the rating of this chapter, I'll give it like a 6 out of 10. I mean, it was an okay chapter. Not much. So, like I said before, the only two things that you can take away from this are that Kensei and Rose are there, and Byakuya lost his sword. That's temporarily. It's not like a permanent thing. It's temporary. So, I mean, those are the only two takeaways from the chapter. You can forget everything else, and you wouldn't be hurt by it at all. So yeah, I'll just give it a 6 out of 10. Then yeah, that's that, you guys. Rate, comment, subscribe.